Assalamualaikum and good day. Hi, I am Asraf Tekorangking of Bakayawan National High School, Sultan Dumalundong, under the division of Lanao del Sur 2. So welcome to grade 9 science. In this video, I am going to talk about the respiratory system. Okay, so before we proceed to our lesson, so here is the learning competency you will possess at the end of this video, together with the learning objectives. So I know that respiratory system was already introduced in your lower grade level, being part of the other organ systems in our body. So that is why in this activity, meron akong ipapakitang picture and then you're going to identify kung ano yung mga parts ng respiratory system. And then you can pause muna this video para pag-isipan niyo yung mga answer ninyo, and then right after you can play it para makita niyo yung final answer. Did you get them correct? Sounds great. So now, let us explore the definition of the respiratory system and its organs. Respiratory system function as initial passageway for the gas entrance in the body. The role of respiratory system is to minimize the harmful content of the air reaching the lungs before the gas exchange takes place in the body. Okay, so the first organ of the respiratory system is what is called the nose. Nose is the main entrance of our respiratory system. This is the only visible external organ of it, and it has a very vital role. So yung nose natin, without it, ano kaya ang mangyari sa isang tao? So kapag wala tayong nose or dysfunctional, we will not be able to smell the things around us. Like for example, hindi natin maamoy yung mga perfume or yung mga nilulutong pagkain na ating paborito. And take note na kapag tayo ay kumakain, hindi natin masyadong malalasahan ang pagkain kapag ang nose natin ay dysfunctional. Another thing, yung nose natin ay mayroon itong 3 important roles. Number 1, ito ay nagsisilbing filter. Sinasala niya or ina-strain niya yung mga gas particles that enter into our respiratory system. Pangalawa, it warms the airs that enters our system. Bakit? Kasi may mga hangin na hindi yan mainit. Malamig sila. But then, pagpapasok yan sa sistema natin, kailangan muna silang painitin because malalamigan din yung loob ng ating internal organs. Third one is, it humidifies. Yung air kasi, hindi lahat ng air ay they are moisted. So, kailangan muna siyang i-moisted. What is moisted? Kailangan para siyang basain. Because, may mga air that is dry and then hindi yan dapat diretso makapasok sa lungs natin. Otherwise, maapektuhan yung lungs natin kasi kapag dry yung air, magiging dry din yung lungs natin. That is why, before makapasok yung air doon sa environment, papunta sa ating lungs ay kailangan munang i-humidify ng ating nose. Okay, so another thing is, can we still breathe without our nose? It's yes, because we can still breathe with our mouth. So, pwede tayong huminga gamit ang ating mouth, kaya lang we cannot use it for the long period of time kasi maaring ma-infection yung ating throat at doon tayo makakuha ng sore throat. It's because wala sa mouth natin yung function ng nose na yung tatlong na to humidify, to warm, and to filter. Another question is, what do you call to the hair that is found inside our nose? I'll give you 5 seconds. It's the cilia. So the next organ is the pharynx. Pharynx is also known as the throat that serves as the pathway for air and food. It has 3 sections, the nasopharynx, the oropharynx, and the laryngopharynx. Next organ is the larynx. Larynx is also known as the voice box that leads the air into appropriate channel. It functions mainly in speech and it is situated below the pharynx. Okay, so there is organ that is malapit doon sa larynx. Epiglottis serves as the protective barriers for the lungs as it prevents from reaching the food into the lungs. So now, for us to have a better understanding of the position of the two organs, let us watch the short clip.
Pag-usapan muna natin tong epiglottis. Ang epiglottis kasi, nandun siya mismo nakakabit sa larynx. So, pwede nating masabi na part siya ng voice box. Pero, since napaka-importante ng role niya, bibigyan natin siya ng sarili niyang segment. And ang epiglottis, part siya ng respiratory system and part din siya ng digestive system dahil sa trabahong ginagawa niya. So ito yung epiglottis. Pag may minsan sinisilip niyo yung bibig ng classmate niyo pag nahikab, may makikita kayong mas maliit na parang dila din sa loob, no? So kung magtataka kayo kung ano yan, yan yung epiglottis natin. So the main function of the epiglottis is to seal off the windpipe or trachea during eating so that food is not accidentally inhaled. So, self-explanatory na yun, sinasarahan niya yung windpipe para hindi pumasok sa daanan ng hangin yung pagkain.
The next organ is the trachea. Trachea is also known as the windpipe. The trachea also consists of the ciliated mucosa that transports the mucus contaminated with foreign particles away from the lungs towards the throat, where it can be swallowed or ejected by spitting. So, ibig sabihin, yung ciliated mucosa dyan sa trachea na yan yung nagtatanggal or nagpapaalis sa mga plema na nandoon sa lungs natin na kung saan yung mucus na yun ay may mga foreign particles palabas sa lungs and then papunta sa throat natin. So, it's either nilulunok mo yung plema na yun or niluluwa mo siya. So another organ is the bronchi. Bronchi, it is in plural form, but when it is in singular form, it is called the bronchus. So yung bronchi, it is a tube that connects the trachea and the lungs, wherein yung tube na yun ay magkaiba yung sa right bronchus at saka yung sa left bronchus. Yung sa left bronchus kasi, medyo mahaba yan at saka hindi siya straight, and then ito ay narrower, ibig sabihin maliit yung kanyang tube. So why is it so? It is because remember that our heart is placed near these lungs, kaya mas malaki yung space na nandito. That is why kailangan niya ng mag-expand doon. So dahil kailangan niya ng space ay yun, mas longer yung bronchus natin sa left. So in addition with the bronchi, upon reaching the main bronchi, the air is already moistened, warmed, and devoided almost all of the foreign particles. So another organ is the lungs. Lungs almost cover up the entire thoracic cavity, wherein this is the site for gas exchange. So dito rin makikita or malolocate yung bronchioles at saka yung alveoli. Okay, so remember that lungs is the main organ of the respiratory system. Okay, so the next one is the bronchioles. Bronchioles are the hair-like tubes that is connected to the bronchi and is connected again with the alveoli. Okay, so another organ is the alveoli. Alveoli are the air sacs that provide surface for the gas exchange. It is where it is attached with the terminal part of the bronchioles and is attached with the capillaries. This is also where the actual site for gas exchange between oxygen and the carbon dioxide. Okay, so para mas makita natin yung process, let us watch this short clip of the gas exchange in the alveoli.
Pakita sa atin na merong isang ugat na nagdadala ng dugo na may lamang oxygen, yun yung red, ito yung pabalik na sa katawan natin, and merong dugo na nagdadala ng carbon dioxide. Ibig sabihin, yung isa may dalang basura na itatapon, which is carbon dioxide, yung blue. Yung red naman, may dalang goods yan na i-distribute sa katawan natin. Okay. So, tignan natin, ano ba nangyayari sa loob ng alveoli? So, dito, sabi ko nga, may mga ugat-ugat dyan na dinadaanan ng dugo. And yung mapapansin nyo dito, may violet na dugo, may red na dugo. Hindi talaga violet yan, pareho silang red. Yung isa lang is mas brighter na red. So, yung medyo bluish na dugo na yan yung may dalang basura na carbon dioxide na itatapon na. So, yung red naman, yan yung kumukuha ng oxygen. Ito yung alveoli, ayan o, di ba alveoli yan? May empty space sa loob, puro hangin yung laman yan. Yung hangin na yun, kumukuha yung lungs natin ng oxygen at tinatransfer sa dugo. And then yung dugo naman, na galing sa blue na ugat, o galing sa, o may laman deoxygenated blood, or may lamang carbon dioxide, pinapasa yon sa lungs para itapon. So pag exhale natin, matatanggal yung carbon dioxide and ma-absorb natin yung oxygen. So doon nagkakaroon ng palitan.
So the last part of the respiratory system is the diaphragm. Diaphragm is a flat muscle that separates the lungs from the stomach area and is used for breathing. Okay, so to understand further about the process of breathing that is not readily visible to our eyes, let us try to explore its mechanism with the use of improvised lung model. Okay, so this is an example of an improvised lung model. So ito yung kunyari, this is the trachea. Itong container na ito, this will serve as the chest cavity. Itong nasa babaan niya, this one, this will serve as the diaphragm. And then, yung tube na nasa loob na nagsiseparate doon sa dalawang mga balloons ay, yan yung bronchi. And then, itong dalawang maliliit na balloon sa loob ay, sila yung magsisilbing lungs. Okay, so ito yung process. As we inhale, so, ang nangyari, yung diaphragm natin, yung sa baba niya ay nagko-contract. So, ano yung nagko-contract? Yung parang nahila siya sa baba. So, habang nagko-contract ito, ang nangyari ay, yung chest cavity natin ay lumalaki din yan, nag-expand, at ganun din yung ribs natin, nag-expand. So, habang nag-expand, so nagkakaroon siya ng space sa loob. Habang nagkakaroon ng space sa loob ay, lumiliit ang kanyang pressure. So, nagkakaroon ng low pressure area dito sa loob. So, habang nagkakaroon ng low pressure area dito sa loob, ay pumapasok yung mga gas na nasa labas or in the environment. It is because maliit yung gas na nasa loob pero malaki yung space. So, papasok automatically yung mga gas na nasa labas. And then, kapag itaas naman natin ito, you will notice that lumiliit or nawawala yung hangin doon sa lungs or doon sa maliliit na balloons. So that is because habang bumabalik sa kanyang relaxing state or relaxing position yung diaphragm, so yung relaxing state ng ating diaphragm ay yung para siyang may pagka-dome shape. So habang bumabalik siya dyan sa position na yan, bumabalik din yung chest cavity natin into its original state, na kung saan nagsushrink siya or lumiliit naman siya. So habang lumiliit ito, so of course may nakapasok na ng mga hangin doon sa loob. So ang nangyari is nagkakaroon naman ng high pressure. So habang nagkaroon ng high pressure dito ay naipupush out ng diaphragm natin yung mga hangin na nasa loob. So ganun yung nangyari kapag tayo ay nag-i-exhale naman. So inhale, contract, and then exhale, nagkakaroon ng relax yung diaphragm natin. So kapag paulit-ulit natin gawin ito, so yan, nagkakaroon ng inflation and then deflation yung sa loob ng balloon. So ganyan din yung nangyari sa lungs natin. So that is the process of how breathing occurs. Okay, so our respiratory system is very important to us. That is why we have to take good care of it. So in order to take good care of it, para makaiwas tayo dito sa mga following illnesses such as number 1, bronchial asthma, bronchitis, pneumonia, common cold, lung cancer, rhinitis, emphysema, tuberculosis, and cystic fibrosis. Ay kailangan natin una, avoid smoking and the smokers. Hindi ibig sabihin na hindi ka naninigarilyo ay hindi ka na makakuha ng mga diseases. Remember that kapag may naninigarilyo na katabi mo, ikaw ngayon ay tatawaging secondary smoker and mas malala yung makukuha ng mga secondary smoker kaysa sa mga first-hand smoker. Number 2, we have to wash our hand. Hindi natin alam kung ano yung mga hinahawakan natin. And then, hindi natin alam kung ano yung mga organismo na nakadikit sa kamay natin. Kaya, we have to wash our hand regularly with soap or sanitizers. Number 3, we have to get enough rest. Kailangan natin magpahinga. Hindi natin dapat pagurin ang sarili natin. At kailangan natin matulog ng nasa tamang oras. So, hindi dapat bawasan or wag naman yung sobra. Mag-exercise ng regular para makondisyon yung body natin. Kumain tayo ng sapat at tamang nutrition. And then, next is, we have to avoid contact with others kapag tayo ay may sakit. So, kapag may sakit ka, wag mo nang i-spread. Katulad ng coronavirus na that is very contagious na kung saan madaling makahawa. So, as much as possible, huwag kang pumunta sa may maraming tao like the public or the hospital. Much better na yung pang last ay you have to consult the expert, yung mga doktor. Huwag masyadong mag-self-medicate. Dapat you have to visit or consult your doctor. Alright, so tapos na tayo sa video segment na ito. So sana mayroon kayong natutunan and I hope you learned something because after all, learning is fantastic. So again, this is Sir Ashraf or you can call me Sir Ash and see you on the next episodes. Bye!